And what is up, everybody? Okay, so this kid, Marine, young Lance Corporal from North Carolina, gets on YouTube or Facebook or Twitter, whatever he does, and the video goes viral of him asking Ronda Rousey to be his date for the Marine Corps birthday ball. Not the first time I've seen that happen. And apparently, TMZ approaches Ronda Rousey. And Ronda Rousey says yes. So, young Lance Corporal, good on you. And she says she's not a first date kind of girl, which is neither here nor there. And for her to get, and that he had to get dates for her friends who were there, and the friends that they showed, all of them were professional fighters. And I never wanted to be back in the Marine Corps more than I did at that point. Not because not because I think I could hook up with them, but because me being such a fight enthusiast, and the opportunity to talk with them would be phenomenal. But as good as it was, it's not the first time something like that has happened. Back in 2006, they wanted to have Tito Ortiz be the guest of honor for the Marine Corps birthday ball because the Marine Corps and the UFC have had some pretty strong ties, whether it be the whole them going to Quantico for the for the McMat program, or having some of the former champions try to run the obstacle course and go through the Crucible and MCRD San Diego. The Marine Corps has always had a close relationship with the UFC, and they were gonna have they had the show. I think it was the third fight night that they had, and it was a free show, and it was actually no, it might have been I don't know when it was, but I know it was a free, which order it was. I just know that it was a free show, and it took place in Miramar. It was in the same hangar as the Bats, which is VMFA 114. I forget. It's been a long time. The only squadrons I really remember there's the Red Devils, VMFA 232, VMFA 323, my squadron, the Death Rattlers, and VMFA 314. The Black Knights, who was next door, and that was the squadron that Will Smith was part of in Independence Day. But that's going back to 3rd Marine Air Wing being in El Toro, and now El Toro's closed down. But again, that's neither here nor there. That's just showing that I know my stuff when it comes to. So, that being said, Tito Ortiz was supposed to be the guest of honor, but then they found out, Janet Jameson is going to be his date, so they canned that. Then at one point, during my time in, this young guy basically wrote to Playboy, and Playboy sent over one of their bunnies to be his date for the Marine Corps ball. So something like this, not the first time not really the first time it's happened. But apparently, some gunny, don't know this guy from a hole in the wall, and I know he means well. I kind of understand where he's getting at. I kind of do. Because he's basically mad at the fact that you got celebrities, that basically you got Marines asking for celebrities, and the Marine Corps birthday ball, to be honest, is supposed to be for Marines. Because I don't know how many times I've explained this to people. Every time somebody see me in my uniform, every time somebody finds out that I'm a Marine, that I'm a combat veteran, they're like, so I don't know how you could do that. I don't understand how people could do that. And you never will. Because until you've earned the right to wear that uniform, until you've earned this, you will never understand why we do what we do, or even how we do what we do. That being said, why can't we show them? I understand the guest of honor, is supposed to be the high point. I mean, the guest of honor for the two birthday balls that I had with VMFA 323. The first one, I don't remember who it was. The second one was the first ever Marine Carrier Aircraft Group captain. He was CAG 9. He was originally the second in command, and then he was made first in command, first Marine to do that. And he was a full bird colonel. I've had to taxi his jet, load his jet and stuff like that, armament and stuff like that, because I was an ordnance technician. On top of my time in Al-Assad, Iraq, where I had to do perimeter security because every Marine's a rifleman, and to this day I don't know why I raised my hand when they asked for volunteers. So that being said, I understand where this Gunny's coming from, because to have like a George Clooney, to have a Tom Hanks or a Steven Spielberg like that. Now, granted, Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks especially have very, very strong, have very, very good opinions about the military. I mean, especially with the amount of war stuff that the both of them have done, whether it be Band of Brothers, Saving Private Ryan, War Horse. Steven Spielberg was just a big, World War, just a huge expert on World War II. And so for somebody like him to come into the Marine Corps birthday ball, it would make sense why he would want to come, but that would take attention away from the ball. That would take attention away from the guest of honor. So I kind of understand where that Gunny's coming from. But at the same time, he's getting mad at celebrities when he's like, why don't celebrities, he's like, how about you people invite us to your thing? How many of you, you don't necessarily know that they have? I mean, because as far as most celebrities, because it's bad enough that a majority of the celebrities are liberal. The fact that you could actually get a few celebrities that actually appreciate the work that active duty service members do, and that they would be willing to take part and get a better understanding. Why are you stopping it? Why do you have anything to say against it? Not to mention the fact that, like I said, the UFC has had strong ties with the Marine Corps. Why would you want to ruin that? Not to mention the fact that you got our sister in the Corps, Liz Carmouche, who's the first who they say is the first open gay fighter, but I'm pretty sure it was Tanya Evinger. But you got Liz Carmouche, our sister in the Corps, who's a celebrity now. So it would you'd have been against her coming to the show. What about R. Lee Ermey? Master Sergeant R. Lee Ermey. The man's a celebrity. Absolute millionaire. Doesn't need to be but he was a Marine. Because he's not going to bring the same press, the same entourage. You don't want that coming into the ball? Basically, all you're going to say, okay, no media passed here. That's all you got to say. Basically say no press. I'm pretty sure, if the celebrities, whichever the celebrity it is, I don't care if it was Kim Kardashian. If they're shallow enough to be like, I don't go anywhere without the press. I don't go anywhere without an entourage, without anything like that. Then they're not worth their time. They're not worth your time. They're not trying to understand your world, because you don't know what deeper respect. You never know what deeper respect they're going to walk out of there with when they hear the stories of the guest of honor, and when they hear the commandants or the sergeant majors birthday address, when they see anything that they have set up and the different ceremonies that they do like that. After they've seen all of that and get a tiny inkling of an understanding of why we do what we do, you're going to try to stop that? I'm done talking. You guys have a good night.